Welcome back to Factorio with me, JD. We're gonna finally get some proper we're gonna finally start getting our proper bus set up, and we're gonna start actually feeding it with ore. Oh, grenades! I'm probably gonna have a tree or two that I need to clear. Grenades, that chest, 200, that'll do me. Copper ore is down here with no trees on it. Wow, that's a first. Alright. There's no good way to do this. Alright. Same story as the coal, just fill it with miners. We're not going to, don't have to be neat or anything. We're going to put a balancer in at the end, which will sort out any inconsistencies that we have. Oops. We do need room for power poles. Now, look, miners, I'm sure it'll come up at some stage. As you can see, they have an overlap. So a miner does all the way around it. Yeah. Itself plus a square all the way around it. So there are lots of people that place them like this. So one miner covers everything, you know, there's only one miner doing per square of the ore. Whereas I use the let's run up and down as fast as possible and dump the damn things in method, which works. And both methods are perfectly acceptable. My only argument is my time's important. It's one of those resources that we cannot get back. It's a finite resource, so I would much prefer to just use the let's dump the stuff everywhere method. And get this stuff placed as fast as possible, because I know it's a game about collecting resources, but dead set, after your 150th outpost or so, you will be jack of putting down miners in the exact pattern, so you only cover every square once. If you've got bots, different story. You can then have just a really, really good blueprint, and we go from there. But yeah, for me, pass. One belt, two belts. Same with the extra belts on the end. I should delete them, but frankly, when I rip the whole thing up, because there's no ore left, I will collect any excess belts then, because by then I have bots. Now, we got 5 lanes output, which means we're going to put down one of these lovely guys again. That way, that way, that way, that way, that way, that way, that way. That one there, that one there, that there, that there, that there. What belt am I missing? Haha, you go in there. You go straight through. You come out into there. Yeah, putting these things down repeatedly, you either get used to the pattern or you sit there and scratch your head for a second like I just did, going, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, 1 belt in, 2 belt in, 3 belt in, 4 belt in, 5 belts in. Now, technically we actually want to add at least 3 more belts. So we're going to go, whilst we're here, we're going to do it properly at least once. We're going to go for tap this. Okay, now we're going to take power with us, so I don't have to come back for power. We'll just drag it through the trees, if the trees get out of the way. Yep, dead straight lines, as you can see. Oh. Go away, trees. Thank you, trees. Where do I leave that power pole? Okay. We want to get about 3 lanes out of this. So, 1, 2. That's 2. Oops. Off by a square. That's our 3rd lane. Now there's a little bit at the top that we can't actually, you know, we don't want to spend a whole lane on this. But I do want the resources. I also want more trees to go away. Okay, JD, do not throw grenades at your feet. Done. Okay. So, let's get power running first. Really? Oh, fine. Alright, we'll do it that way. Oh, there's one more without power. The damaged one. Of course it's the damaged one. Alright. We want to go that way with it. So, again, we'll clear a way out. This is belt, so we want to go as straight as possible. Because funky curves in belts are not good. And we're actually going to do the reverse. We're going to drag the belt from this end back to us. And I can just start with 1 lane and add the others later. If I can run a straight line. Okay, so first belt is that one. Well, second belt is that one. Bring the first belt up, plug it in there. Second belt will come up and plug in there. Third belt will just run straight down. Now, because we've got these extra couple, we're just going to bring them around and we're going to shove them on the end of there. And yes, this is a lot of belts. Yes, that means we need to invest in trains sooner or later. I agree fully. It's something we will do. We will do in the not too distant future. That one, no. And we're out of belt again. And we also should really put a radar over here. Not so we can monitor our outpost from the biters, but more so we can keep an eye on how many of our miners are actually left. Because eventually each one of these ore deposits will dry up bit by bit by bit. I've got all this copper in my inventory that I don't really want. So we'll dump you into there and there. We'll come here and pick up all the belt, 500. It's probably not enough. You are outputting at full speed, full speed. I could put one of you on there. Research, that's the other thing we were meant to be doing. So, a couple of researchers ago we had stack inserters, which just, they move a heap more stuff. They go run at the same speed as blues, but they pick up a heap with each swing. Then we can get a stack inserter pickup bonus. So, stack inserters pick up... doesn't say. The biggest limitation with stack inserter is it only moves one item type. So if you have iron and copper in the same belt, same chest, same whatever, it'll pick up either iron or copper with each swing. So don't get confused thinking, oh look, we can suddenly pick up 15 electric circuits and one advanced circuit in one swing. It's 15 electric circuits, and then it might pick up 15 advanced circuits and dump it in the assembler. Then we can start researching extra stack inserter pickup bonus. So rather than picking up 3 items, it now picks up 4 items. There are a couple of researchers in here, only 1 or 2, that give you more stack inserter pickup bonus, but also give you a non-stack inserter pickup bonus, which means our blue, our yellow, and our red inserters will actually pick up 1, 2, 3 items. Now, there are limitations. It's normally from a belt, right, or from a chest, or from an assembler. So they're not going to pick up 3 items from your belt. The stack inserters will, but they take so much longer, it's normally not worth it. But if it's from a chest or something like that, definitely worth the investment. Of course, there's stuff where we want to build. Alright, let's take the center lines first. And this is copper. Alright, now let's take the bottom line first, because I know where you're going. Now, we want to run you underground, because you're the cheaper one to run. Because that's 2 undergrounds, compared to if I ran all the coppers, that would be 6+ undergrounds I'd be running. Actually, look, we're going to move you up a few squares. Solar power, which we will probably get into later in the game. Okay. Go away. Now, because this is a dedicated path, meaning at some stage there's a good chance I'm going to run tanks down it, I'm going to put it, I'm going to underground under the path. It's not required. If you don't plan on running cars or tanks or anything like that, don't bother. But I know what I'm like, and sooner or later I will run a tank through the base. And there's always a chance that you'll hit something in the base. If you keep the paths clean, somewhat lower chance that you're going to hit something important. Yeah, it doesn't rule it out, because I'm not a very good driver. And of course, I didn't underground them. You. Oh, that's all I can fit before my turn. Alright. We're going to research flight, which leads to robots, which is just red and green science. The catch is you need electric engines, which are hidden behind oil, which means basically by the time you start using them, you should have blue science up and running, and we haven't got to oil yet. I've been putting it off. Come on, trees, out of the way. But oil is something we're going to get to very, very soon. No, there. One square's too short. To there. Nope, I did it again. Alright, bring this one back. Really? Out of belt already? Wow. Alright. Back up to the base we go. More belts. We can take our stone, turn it to landfill whilst we run. We can dump our coal into these guys. I've still got coal left over. I've now made a second just dumping chest for burnables. More on the simple understanding that at some stage I'm going to get robots, and they'll be the ones that actually be deconstructing this whole base. Not me. I'm not manually picking up everything. Robotics. Again, next research we need to actually get robots. You know, that and blue science, because you need lube, you need red circuits which are hidden behind oil. Yeah. There's a few things to pick up. Go away, trees. Alrighty. Underground to there. Yep. That's gonna get awkward very soon. We're gonna have to underground you one short. Which probably means your friends are gonna end up running alongside our path. So I'll run you up first. Yeah, I made my path too close to my smelters because I didn't look at the golden rule of there's always more space. Always more space. Nope. Go away, go away. Go away, trees. Done. Alright, so copper's hooked up. Now, I brought... Are you working or not? Yes, there we go. I brought the iron belts down to where the copper meets. Because we know for a fact... that belt... Go, stop dragging me all over the place. And that belt... are actually our... Oh, really? Had a belt again. We research construction robots. At the moment, we're basically researching for the sake of researching. We're not up to actually producing any of this stuff. But if we knock the research out, it's one less thing we're going to worry about. Still got copper ore in my inventory, which I should dump down there, but we'll put it into these ones. 200 belt. You're just not getting gears fast enough. You're fine. You are running flat out. You're running flat out. You're now running flat out. Yeah, there's really nothing else we can do. You're running out fast enough to keep up with science. Yay, another tutorial that we're not going to do. Not right at the moment, at least. We just need more belts. Might have to cut this episode short. Wait around for 20 minutes whilst base makes more belts. Because yes, we do make just a... Well, you do use just a tiny bit of belts in this game. Alright, we'll see whether we've got enough to do what we need to do. Okay. And of course it's dark time now. So, that's our copper line. Now, I said the other 6 lanes, we're going to take off and make a green circuit build. And then these 4 lanes are going to end up being green circuits. So, that's actually what we're going to end up doing probably the next episode. Oh, no, we can start queuing stuff up now. So, you... Oh... Oh, really? Okay. Back we go. This time, undergrounds. I've still got those steel furnaces we need to put down as well. Okay. Underground belts, 142. That should keep us busy for a while. 150 red belts. Dump that wood in there. Pick up some iron just in case we need it. We've got copper over there. I'm on the wrong side of the belt to run to hurry. And down we go. Okay. So step one, run these across. Alright, step two is these two copper lines obviously don't need to go any further north. So we can delete that ghost belt. We can run you through to there. Oops. And then, same story, run you through to there again. Get out of my way, trees. Hang on. Your green circuits. And we don't actually have green circuits yet, so we don't actually have to underground through here. Because you don't actually exist yet. But as a reminder, we'll stand on these belts and we'll just drop just a couple of green circuits on all of them. So we know exactly what they are. Pick up these again. I put a marker down here, which I can't see, of course, which has something on it. I don't remember. Alright, we're going to clear a path. Clear a path so we can run these belts as straight as possible. And then we're going to clear some trees with grenades. A lot of trees, it looks like. Oh, not a lot, just a fair amount. Grenades. Yeah, I might want to just stand still for a minute and stop shooting myself. Now, tech. Okay, so speed modules, we're going to start researching them. Not that we can build them, but it's red and green, we can do this, the research. Speed modules we can put into assemblers, into furnaces, into any factory item that will take a module. And speed modules do as they say, make it go faster. So we'll get that one done. Okay, get rid of those. Do we have a grand surplus of assembly machines? No. Alright, next research is productivity module. These are very, very different. These actually slow down the machine, but they give you plus 4% free items at the cost of more electricity. Same as the speed modules, they use way more energy. Productivity modules, a fair bit more energy, but you're getting freebies, and freebies really add up over time. The most expensive thing you have in the base is actually research. So one of the things you can do is, as soon as possible, get some productivity modules and pop them in your labs and get 4% extra free research. It's sort of counterintuitive. You get the bonus. Where is... Let's go to a furnace. Furnace will work. Each time this bar goes across, that's when you get the bonus. So something that completes a lot is probably the best way of putting it. So this takes 50 research, right? If you have 50 labs, that bar's only going to slide across once. Because it only slides across once, you won't get that 4%. If we go to something like this that needs, what's that? 250,000 research, that 4% will really, really add up. But like I said, it's worth getting as soon as possible. Okay. Alright, we need a green chip build. And I'm going to fill in these belts. And then I'm going to build these belts here with a gap. So I know where the belts are, but I don't have the hassle of them filling up with copper if I make a boo-boo. Because you're pretty much guaranteed I'm going to make a boo-boo. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you across to there. So I have 3 and 3 belts. Because that means I will end up using... what's the ratio? Green circuits is 1.5. So that's 2... So if I've got 3 of copper and 3 of copper, that means I need 2 irons to go with these 3. No, hang on. Is that right? Yeah, double it. So I need 2 iron up here and 2 iron down here. Is that right? I'm now worrying about my own maths. Yeah. So that actually means that my iron bus is only going to be 4 lanes. Yeah, I'm worried about somebody's pointed that out to me in the comments, and I either haven't read it or I've pre-recorded ahead and haven't seen the actual comment yet. But green circuit time. Now this is the same build we've been using previously. We just need to up the ante a lot. First off, what we really need to do is we need to bring power out here. And of course I have no steel on me. Alright, we're just going to drag a power pole through the mess for the moment. And we'll worry about putting in large power poles later. Just to, like, there. Just so I can see what I'm doing. Alright. Fast inserters. Okay, so that's a copper belt. Now, the rate these things chew items, we need a fast inserter in and a fast inserter out. No, in. So that becomes an iron belt, which we'll probably underground, just so we don't have to deal with it. Okay, then we're going to take this guy's output, and we're going to do that. Might all look like Japanese at the moment, but bear with me. Unless you read Japanese, at which point I apologise. I just felt that was important for me to apologise. Anyway. Okay. Where are green circuits? So if we have one red belt moves, red belt moves 26.67 items, and we're going to use 26 items per half second of iron. I'm going to output. Alright, my maths is failing me today. Definitely. Right, get rid of the power poles. Just assume you powered through there. Nope. Which would be a power pole there, for argument's sake. Okay. Let's see if this blueprint actually works. No, we need to make that longer, and we need to make that longer. And then we need to blueprint from there to there. and paste it over the top of that one. Okay, I'm out of stuff, but okay, so if we do that, which means you should be identical. Power pole. If I put a power pole there, we're fully powered up. Okay, I'm out of inserters, I'm out of assemblers, I'm out of all sorts of things. But we have the start of an idea. So if I now blueprint that, it should overlap perfectly with the next one and with the next one. Excellent. So the idea is we fill a whole copper line in the bottom, a whole iron line in here, and these lovely puppies through the splitters and everything else shall fully compress a green belt of circuits out. Alright, well look, I'm going to end this episode here. I will place half a dozen of these in the meantime. Firing up should be easy enough as linking in the copper like that. Now we need 1.5 belts, so it means halfway along this belt, how much copper are we using? We're using 1 copper plate every half a second, so 2 copper plate every second. 26.6 divided by 2, so after 13.3 machines. So that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, so around about here somewhere. I'll put in one of these and we'll use that to inject another half a belt of copper. The way we get half a belt of copper is as simple as that. That's to 1 belt of iron. We've got 4 of these. So then I'll build another set on the end of that, which actually means we've got 4 belts of green circuits coming out. See, I knew I built 4 belts for a reason. One, two, three, 4. Like that. Oh, that's impressive. Yeah, that should fix us for green circuits for the rest of the map, which is the plan. The plan is to build everything just once. Don't have to come back and upgrade builds. The plan is to build everything just once and not have to, yeah, like I said, worry about coming back and upgrading things. But I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I will catch you guys in the next episode where we automate more automating things and hopefully get some green circuits pumped, well, lined up, ready to go, because we still need to do iron ore into iron plate up in our top 8 smelters. Yeah. And then run these iron belts all the way down to here and feed them into the green circuits as well. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you're enjoying the series. As always, I will catch you guys in the next episode where we go on and do more stuff. Yep, that's it. Alright.